I look like the guy from the Muppets.
Recording! Hello!
Hi.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Onsen Ripples.
For another week.
Another week.
Yeah.
Another week.
But actually, you might notice that we're wearing exactly the same clothes as we wore last week.
Last week,
That's because this is not live.
it's a recording. And today is a very interesting day
Yeah.
because normally on Tuesday during this time it's quite quiet around here. But today, for some reason, it's not quiet at all.
No, we've had this flood of people coming in and nearly
And
all
they're
of
all
them
speaking English.
so
Including him. Yes.
So somehow the flood drove all the English speakers to the onsen. So
why is that? What is it, something special today?
I guess it's a holiday today.
Is it?
For you,
Yes.
yeah.
For us, we're working. But it's International Tea Day,
Day.
so there you go. It is
Yes.
International Tea Day.
Tears.
You didn't know that, but I did.
Yeah. Well, I learned it from. Actually, what's your name?
Yeah,
Well,
that's the
this
start.
is good. So this is our whole thing today. He came in and wanted to have a bath.
Yes, I did, and I already had a bath. It was amazing. Yeah.
Oh, thanks for that. And
Yeah.
she had this idea. He was asking a lot of questions for
He was
me.
doing the Onsen Ripples. And while he was doing the ripples with the monk, I started talking to him at the counter. And I realized he's from somewhere else other than Japan. So we started talking and he joined us and, chit-chatting. It's like I had this great idea that why can't he interview Claude
Yeah, he's asking me too many questions here.
about running an onsen and stuff
Arigatou
like that.
gozaimasu.
So I thought I'll give this a shot as a show. That'll be awesome.
Well, he's asking both of us, so you're not going anywhere.
Okay, I'll be around.
So let's start then. So who
Yeah.
are you?
Introduce yourself, please.
So hello, I'm just a random guy who walked into an onsen in International Tea Day, and yes, I learned about International Tea Day once I sit down on the counter and listening to. So what's your name again? Sorry.
My name's Claude.
Claude. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Dustin.
And
So-
this is my wife, Hario.
Hadio.
And we run this place. We run the onsen. The Marumi Onsen, which is in the eastern part of Hokkaido, Obihiro. Yeah. And you have a lot of questions for me today.
Yes, I did. I still have a lot of questions. I do.
You can start anytime.
But before that, you're actually not a local.
I'm not.
This is your very first time in the onsen.
Yes. So, my name is Dustin. I went to grad school in a school called Hitotsubashi University and studied mostly law-related stuff. And somehow graduated, and I end up in Hokkaido. And I personally love onsen or Shinto. And today, after finishing lunch, I ate a bowl of ramen and.
As you do.
Yeah, as I always do, yeah. And it's a rainy day, so I was thinking about maybe I should just go to an onsen and then do some work, read some book, and just spend a casual day, casually, right? And so I checked my car's the navigator screen. In Japan, you don't use Google Map a lot. You use the car's navigator.
Yeah.
Yeah, Navi. And I saw, there's an onsen right over here. So I just followed the direction, went straight up. And it turned out to be, it's a gorgeous green tunnel, and then got into this hotel which has onsen, and I assume most Japanese hotel have hikairi onsen. So I just went up here, and that's how I just met everyone. Met
Yeah,
Claude.
welcome, Dustin, and thank you for your car navi.
Thanks for coming all the way here.
And
My pleasure.
thank you for being spontaneous too. A lot of people plan a lot of stuff, but I like the spontaneity, so that's pretty good. But yeah, so first question I'm going to ask you is, what do you think? You said Sento, you've used public baths, and there you've come to what is known as a pure onsen. There's no chemicals and stuff. It's coming straight from the ground. Mm-hmm. How was your onsen experience?
Oh, I love it. Honestly, people are talking about, you want to go to pure onsen, they give you a lot of categories of onsen, but then I love the ones where you can feel the nature and it smells more you can smell the sulfur or any other perhaps like a nature chemicals you don't know about. I don't know whether how healthy it's for me, but I just know I really do enjoy the feeling of that. And yeah, it's the fact it's so local, and I run into this in such a spontaneous trip. That's something like makes me like liking it even more. That's I guess what might feel about the natural onsen. I guess here it's Moru onsen, right?
Right. Yeah. So the more one. So yeah, I guess if you know a lot about your onsens, it's good. But even if you don't know about onsens, and you just want to come in, and yeah, it does relax you and feel good. You know, your day off and you're feeling good.
I do. Actually, yeah. I just want to say one of my favorite thing about the onsen that your onsen just went to was you got the hot onsen part, and you also got the natural temperature, like the ginseng area. And for most people who don't know about the temperature, it really feels like your body temperature, maybe a little bit, even a little bit cold, I guess cooler, and it's almost like comfortable enough that you can just fall asleep in the onsen, in which perhaps the grandpa near me was falling asleep in the onsen. I didn't want to wake him up. You should go check him out.
You're getting me worried, you know.
Yeah, might be a floating body on top. But yeah, that's actually one of my favorite. I've only encountered two in my life in Japan so far. One was in Kobe, and the other one's here. Wow. And I really do like that. That relaxes me a lot.
Yeah, my wife always talks about that as it is like being inside your mother before you're born. So it's the actual body temperature that we have there.
Really?
So that's so relaxing that you actually, you're back into a little fetus state, and then probably is falling asleep down there. So I'll go and check on him in a minute. But yeah, so that is. But the thing about this onsen as well, the two onsens, they're actually two different onsens. They're two wells from two different parts. Like when you go to the onsen villages and places like different, they'll have one or two wells that will support the whole village. But here we're very, very fortunate, very lucky, and very unique.
Yeah, very. Yeah.
That we have actually two different wells that are coming up. So one that comes up that is the hot one.
Yeah.
That's around about 41 degrees. And the other one is body temperature, which comes straight up.
Wait, no. So the hot one was
Hot one's 49.
49.
Yeah.
It was really hot.
49 inside, like
Oh,
where
right.
it comes
Yeah,
out.
where it comes up. Right.
But in the bath itself, it's about 42, 43.
Yeah.
So wait, so you didn't purposely heat it up? It was just hot.
Well, that's.
Like that.
I actually didn't know that. Because the one I went to in Kobe, it came out cold, and then like the came out, it was very like smelly, and you can see it, and they cool it. Well, it's now cooled down. It's the normal temperature. They not serve it to you. They have one like pool over there, and then they heat it up, and they have another pool over there. But I didn't expect it would be
Two
straight.
different wells.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so the hot one, it comes out, where it comes out, it's 48, so it's quite hot when you touch it. But it depends on how much water is coming out. If we open it a lot, then it gets hot around it.
So that's the interesting thing when
adjust
we
it by a valve.
adjust the valves to adjust the temperature.
So we don't add
Instead of
water.
turning like
No third degree burns.
no third degree burns. But yes, by adding less water. But of course, it is Mother Nature, and we have to constantly check to see that it doesn't. The temperature controls and everything at gauge.
Wow.
And then the other one comes out at
38 degrees.
38. And by the time it hits the
your body
bath, it's
temperature. Yeah,
It feels like my mom, like your mother's womb. Right?
exactly. Back to
There,
mom's
yeah.
belly.
back to mum's
So
belly.
every time you go in, you reborn.
And maybe that's why I feel so young. I just came out of the bath. Yeah.
Yeah. You're such a baby.
Yes, we'll have to cut the umbilical cord again.
No. Throw it away in the trash can. That's amazing. So do you guys actually take like the onsen every? I guess you guys, yeah.
That's all we have.
That's all we have. This is where we live. So the onsen's actually our shower and bath. So yeah, so we do which is quite nice, and very fortunate, very lucky to do that. And it does make you appreciate things as well. It's good. And I use it for a lot of things. I use it like you asked me before about my musicians, and I find that even sitting there in the onsen for a while, I get lots of ideas.
Yes,
Everything is rejuvenated, and whenever I need something to think about, or if I'm stressed, which I never am really.
Well, maybe that's because you're running a onsen right now.
Speaking about running an onsen, now you were asking me lots of questions about that, and I think a lot of our people, I never really think about it because we always do this show, and I always think, oh well, these are foreigners coming to, but I didn't realise that I was more interesting than the others.
Yes, you are a very interesting foreigner now.
So fire away, or any questions you have about me or the onsen, or, go on.
Okay.
Okay,
Number one question about like, what's it like a daily life schedule for you for running an onsen? You wake up, you clean, I guess like you check the water, you like, what do you do every day just basically when running an onsen? Yeah.
Well, it's like running any other sort of, it is in a way, it is a little bit mechanical. So there's a lot of, the pipes and tubes and stuff like that. So all of that maintenance stuff has to be done constantly. There's a lot of maintenance work to keep it just moving. And then there's constant checks, we're running a place where it's, like you said, 3rd-degree burns and stuff. There's a lot of safety issues with all of that. So we've got to check all of the equipment and stuff like that. She's very good with all of that. It's quite incredible. She's almost like a mechanic. And there's occasionally, it's like running a big house, sometimes your drains get blocked and things like that. So all the maintenance is the main one. As far as the open at 10 and close at 11 at night, and there is no holiday.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, we're open 24 hours.
Not 24.
We're open
5 days.
I'm not very good with the maths.
He missed a day at
I
school.
missed more than one day at school for that one. So we're not open 24 hours, but we're open every day of the year.
Even don't stop on the International Tea Day.
No, that's just more tea for us than regular. That's all. So that's that side of thing, the maintenance, and that includes outside, which I do a lot of the garden work as well, which I really enjoy. Cutting the grass, so there's all the maintenance things. That's the main thing. The business side is opening in the morning.
Yes.
And we've got a few workers here that helps us with that side of things, the cleaning. And so and of course, because it is an onsen, and we have the baths and taps running constantly, it has to be clean, or else it's going to get slimy and dirty. And so cleanliness is the most. It takes up a lot of our day, doing a lot of the making sure everything's clean. And of course, there's winter time. We have snow, so people are coming in with wet shoes, and so that has to be mopped up. And summertime, it's dusty, so all the dirt has to get cleaned. So
that is true. Yeah.
So there's a lot of cleaning involved, and a lot of maintenance side of thing. Then there's the hotel that we run. On that side of things too, we have some helpers there with some workers that help out with the sheets and the towels and all that thing. And then again, maintenance. So there's a lot of maintenance involved. But apart from anything else, we're a regular family in many ways. It's just that
family oriented very much.
We live here, we work here, and so that sort of thing. The good thing about it is that it seems to be an extended family, because we have so many customers that come in constantly, that come in every day. So that's a nice part of it. And you said, it feels more like I'm working in a bar than as a bartender talking more than.
Yes. So for most people who don't, who didn't see what happened before, it was usually in Japanese onsen, it's like a quiet place where everybody just enjoy the nature, thinking, reflecting on themselves, and just taking a bath, going to sauna and stuff. But since I came here in the rest area, it was not like that. It was more like they were making a live stream right on this side, and here the lady, she was she served me coffee and just asking a bunch of questions. It felt more like a bar than anything. And the moment when I said it felt like a bar more than a bar anything, she was using a towel and cleaning the glasses. It feels like a classic whiskey bar you see in Ginza. And then and they probably have a bunch of whiskey hidden under somewhere, right? In the
stash.
Yes, hidden stash.
It's hidden.
So that's what I feel like, and it's amazing because I think the onsen, in my perspective, it's not just like you go in there, you dip your body in the water, then you go out. It's more like a community, like where this onsen supports like the people in the area. They like there's just kind of this spiritual like trust with each other. So
Yeah.
that's what I like the most. Yeah.
The local side of thing is important. And I remember through the Corona times where a lot of the businesses were shut and stuff like that, we were left open, and people were very, very appreciative of that. It's like they came in and they were like, oh my goodness, I think. And it does kind of feel like a little bit of not a life support so much, but a place where the locals come and international comes as well. So, and then we also have the responsibility of passing on the culture as well. So, arigatou gozaimasu. And of course, there's there's just the family side of thing. And I think when we first came here, which was what, 15 years, 16 years?
16 years ago.
It wasn't the first time I came here because obviously it's in Hario's family. So I'd been coming for a while, and the way it was back then was a little bit small, and it was, there wasn't much open. Everything was kind of closed. And it was running towards a slow close, and then we thought we'd come in and we'd do it. But the main thing was we were going to do it our way, and we weren't going to just open it up. And because originally it was during the bubble economy of Japan, and it had restaurants and it had upstairs and downstairs and car parks and everything. But and we thought we'd just do it our way, do a little bit at a time, and that's how it's been. We got the bath was the main one that we thought, and we got that fixed up and what we needed to do, made sure everything was there and kept that as the main focus. And after that, anything else that we did, which was the hotel rooms and stuff like that, was just extras and just enough so that we could handle it, handle the business.
So right now we have 3 rooms only. So it's kind of very, I don't know, family-like.
It's
I
very
guess.
family, yeah.
Or the customers that coming in regularly, they stay like every week, or they say, hi, I'm back.
Yeah.
Like,
So so I guess obviously you guys taking over the place and the business have been doing really well now, I guess, for you guys.
it's all right.
It's
Survival.
Wow,
arigatou gozaimasu. Well, I mean, it's open.
It's doing better and it's open and it's sustained for 15 years. And you say it's a really like not a busy day, then I just hear arigatou gozaimasu like not non-stop. Well, and then you have the capacity to like open 3 extra hotels rooms right now. Like that's really amazing. So like, was it really hard in the beginning? Was there any like turnaround points?
I think it's always hard opening a business or doing something like that. I think we're both very, very easygoing. I think we weren't going to take anything on that was going to be too stressful, and we were going to do it the way we want to do it. If it didn't, we were quite happy with just, this works, let's do this. And then,
It's like every day is learning.
so
When we first started here, I had no idea about onsen because my dad was doing everything. So I couldn't adjust the temperature or anything. So one day it's really hot. One day is because I had to close the bulb. Then next day it gets really low temperature. So the customer's like, "What's going on?" It's like, "Sorry."
so
So it takes
we're
time.
we're fortunate because at that point too, they had the local customers coming in, but that was about it. And her dad had been running it for so long that there were no buttons or no numbers or any real dials on anything. He just kind of was doing it.
Just by feels.
And I was like, what? So all those sort of things we had to change, and to make it suited to us. But the other thing that you should sort of know though, the actual area around has also grown. So it's grown with us. So, you know, the people that are coming in now weren't the same people who came in. We've brought those customers in and they've grown with us, and they're locals now. So they don't, and some of the people have come back, of course, from who've never left, who are still here, but they've seen, and there's little things, the systems have changed, and, you know, there's a little bit more computerized things going on, you know, LED lights and things like that.
Web streams.
Yeah, so all of those things have grown, but so has the whole area has grown with it. So I'm not saying that we're becoming that busy or we're popular or anything like that, but there's more people here in Obihiro, and there's more people around where we're living. We can see all the new houses all being built, so we're supplying a whole bunch of new people.
Yeah, so it's still more locals than like new people, and the locals also keep growing basically.
Right. And you've seen Obihiro through new eyes.
Yeah.
And you were saying that you really liked it because of that vibrancy.
Yes. Well, if you check the population, Obihiro hasn't really grown in population, but meanwhile, every town around Obihiro has been dropping in population, right? You already can maintain your population for such like a huge agricultural, like probably Japan's biggest agricultural city, and like and it's definitely means you're economic wise, social wise, you're doing something right. So that's a really like, you know, nice area to have a onsen in.
Right.
I feel. But to go in a little bit deeper in like what you personally feel about running onsen. So like 15 years ago, you first started running this. Like your perception to like what onsen is, what do you feel like doing it? Because I always want to run my own onsen. So, but like I'm sure it's gonna change throughout time. Like what happened to like how did it change? What happens?
I think again, everything else sort of changed. You know, internet, a lot more people got access to what things are like and are checking things now. And like, you know, before they come traveling and stuff, they check. So all the information's out there. As far as what I've kind of grown with that too. I've learnt more along the way. Not originally, when I first came to Japan and I went to my first Sento. It sounds like similar experience to you. I was in Tokyo and there were 2 public baths, and the room I was staying in didn't really have a shower or a bath, and the person at the counter said, well, you should go to the public bath to have a shower. And okay. And I said, which one? And he said, there's 2, right? And he said to me, you should go to that one.
Did you know the reason?
No, I didn't know the reason. And he said, oh, because maybe you don't know. And I thought, well, this one. So anyway, I went to that one and I walked in. It was all smoky and very steamy. And I kind of sat down and I had an idea of what to do. And so I'm just going there. And then I looked around and I noticed that everyone's covered from head to toe in tattoos. And I was like, oh, okay. And but that was a great experience for me. It's like I wasn't scared. Obviously, it was a different style, and the people that were sitting there were talking to me. It's like, you know, and it was like an older gentleman, very statesman-like, and other people were scrubbing his back and he's speaking in perfect English to me. All right. But that was my first experience of an onsen.
Okay, that's amazing. But wait a second, I have a bunch of questions just about that story. Wait, first of all, how do you sound? Is it your first time hearing about that story?
No.
You've heard about it a long time. Okay. First of all, you've never asked the hotel man about like why he picked that or any other reasons behind like.
He just he assumed that I was a foreigner and that the tattoos or whatever would be suited to that style.
Okay.
Now, yeah, and that I didn't really have much knowledge of it, or that maybe the other ones were. Yeah, I didn't even ask about the other one. Maybe that one was a local one, but only.
So you never went there to find out what's.
I never went. I went back to the other one every night after that. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah, I went back to the same one every night. And everyone was like, "Hey, Claude, how you going?" I was like, "I'm home."
Well, unknowingly, you already maybe the boss with the biggest gang in the Shinjuku area. But okay, question number 2. What did you guys talk about? What did the guy spoke in perfect English to you asking you about?
Well, he was, he was kind of, well, I haven't seen you here before, and I'm like, yeah, just travelling, and then talking to me about Australian politics and foreign. They're very. Have you travelled before? And then he seemed to travel to a lot of places and knew a lot of yeah. So it was an interesting conversation to have, foreign politics and it was that's kind of normally not what the conversation I wouldn't have in a bathtub. But,
I still haven't had that conversation in a bathtub.
But it was good. He was very interesting man.
I'm sure that he's a gentleman himself. Did you get the courtesy of getting your back scrubbed?
No, I didn't. No, I wasn't invited.
You're not part of the group yet.
Not part of the group. No, I still got all my fingers too. So. But it was a great experience, and that's one thing too with the Japan thing. I found that I never really felt unsafe, or it was always kind of nice, and especially I think when you get to an onsen, and that idea of taking all your clothes off and being totally naked seems to strip everything else off you as well. So you're not hiding. You don't have any fancy clothes or there's no caste systems or anything like that. There's it's very just flat, right? This is who I am, this is who you are, and so quite. And your first onsen experience?
Well, my first onsen was a little bit more fun. It was my not more fun, but I think the same level but different type of fun. It's I never came to Japan before. It was 2011 winter. My best friend, he's Taiwanese. I was in Hong Kong. He was like, "Dustin, do you want to go to Japan? We're single now. Let's just do a single best friends trip." By the way, we wouldn't call it that way back then. We're just like, let's go around Japan. So I went to Japan, never been to onsen, nor I know what onsen was. So we just looked up, found an onsen, and then looked for a kongyoku, where the boys and girls can go into to the same one together. Not with a mizugi, not with a bathing suit, just going together because we're single college students who are enjoying life. All right, woohoo! And then we went to this place in Kyushu. It's called Kurokawa Onsen. Yeah, I went to that place. It was really beautiful. Everything was nice, and had great dinner, had great kaiseki. We were great, now comes the best part. We're going to the onsen together. I was pretty fit. I still had abs back then and everything. So 2 young college students walk into the bath. We're really, really excited. When we got into the bath, it was only grandma, and there's no one other than grandma. And that was pretty much it, but it was really fun. It was really, really fun. I never had that feeling. First time, just really took all of my clothes off and going somewhere, and it's truly it was awesome. I know I would like it back at that time, but I didn't have that many chance to go into onsen. So therefore, after when I went to Tokyo, I started to do a sento meguri. I would drink on Saturday night, Sunday morning. I would be I'll never drink again. Then I'll go to a sento, then I'll go recover. You really do feel recovered. I don't know how biologically it works, but it does fully gets me recovered, and I think more clearly, and read some book, get some work done, and then that's how why my first time, how I went to onsen for the first time, and how it became part of my life. So.
Yeah. Nice.
Awesome.
Well done.
I like it.
That's the So anyway, do you have any more questions for me before us? How we do anything?
Actually,
apart from everyday life?
I do. You already mentioned like cutting grass like 3 times already. Like I really want to see your grass like, if possible. Like it must be the most pretty grass I've ever seen in my life.
It's very green out there. It's yeah. It was when I first came here. We did have a TV show that was kind of following me around, and they did follow me doing the grass cutting. So. But no, it's part of the maintenance sort of things. I don't know. We have another guy that helps me out. But wintertime, it snows, and I've got to do a lot of like snow plowing as well. And yeah, so it's all a part of it. I'd say. But it's a wet day today, so you're not that lucky to see me cutting the grass.
I'll visit again.
You will. You can help me too.
I need to see the grass. Yeah.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
But,
We haven't walked around outside yet, but yeah, all around over there and over there, you can walk around.
Yeah, it's a
big
beautiful
open space
yeah.
as well.
It's a nice.
Absolutely. I'll definitely come back a lot more often. Take care of my friends. It's really nice. Such a nice place to chill. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is our guest, Dustin.
Yay!
Yay.
Thank you.
And we're being interviewed by Dustin.
Yeah.
And I'm interviewing you too. But welcome to the Onsen Ripples and welcome to Marumi Gaok Onsen. I hope you
Thanks
do.
for finding this place.
Yeah, thanks for everything. So,
My pleasure. Thank
International
you so much.
Tea Day.
International Tea Day.
Yeah.
Tea
And
Day. Thank you very much.
so we see you guys next week.
next week.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.